Hello, Leo. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot. Let's get this in focus. Better. Ooh, we are doing your October reading today. I've got the Wonderland Tarot here. I've got a magic rune deck and the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. As always, this is a general reading for a general Leo audience. So please take what resonates for you and leave the rest for another Leo. Try to give a lot of examples of how the energy might play out, but you know, let's see, this is already very exciting. I invite you to check out the videos for all of your major astrological placements for the most resonant picture. So like your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. Let's get your rune card. Going to be Othelot. That has come out about in half of the readings, so we've got a theme. And mending. Okay. Okay, so looking at the rune first, Othelot is the rune of your legacy, heritage, what you inherit from your family. So this can be literally like inheritances, like from a will or something like that, or like a car. My first car I inherited from my uncle. It could be something like that. It can be, or like a business, you inherit the family business, like the family restaurant or something. It could be something along those lines. But it can also be, you know, inheriting the red hair or the stubbornness or the heart disease. It can be something like that. You can think of it in terms of your legacy, like how you build your career or your name. Maybe you're really good at marathon running, not as a career, but just, you know, as a hobby, and you become really well known for that. That becomes your legacy. Maybe you aren't sure yet how you're going to shore up your legacy. Maybe you're in that phase now where you're concerned about how you're going to save up for retirement, what you're going to do for your legacy. What do you have to pass on? These are the themes with this particular rune, right? The Oracle card, mending, is all about mending fences. It can indicate that in order for progress, for your own sort of emotional health, spiritual health, there could be a relationship or situation that requires a conversation where you have you offer forgiveness, where you issue an apology, where you kind of put your cards on the table, sort of thing. Now, it could be that you need to forgive someone, that you need to ask for forgiveness. It could go either way, or maybe both. But usually when this card comes up, it's really for progress. Like otherwise you can take a sort of spirit of being wounded into future relationships if you don't heal a thing now. Or sometimes our family of origin issues get carried around indefinitely if we don't have meaningful conversations. So that's kind of the theme that this card gets to. So with those ideas in mind, let's look at the tarot and see how it connects. Now, in the first week here, we have a very exciting, very progress-filled week. Right at the top of October, we have the Wheel of Fortune paired with the Six of Pentacles. These are both very positive cards for wins, for a sense of victory. The Wheel of Fortune indicates a new season of opportunity. Your luck changes. There's opportunities that come with this card. Now, it could be different for different Leos, kind of depending on where you're looking for opportunities or where you're participating in life, right? But it could be something like invitations to interview for jobs, or if you're on those dating apps, you could see an uptick of interest, or it might be time to get back on those dating apps if you're single and looking. It could be some nice bargains. Surprisingly, if you're in the grocery store, it could be free sample day when you happen to hit the grocery store or something like that. You get some coupons or some nice free samples. The Wheel of Fortune indicates a time when you kind of get some nice bonuses, some fresh opportunities, green lights. It's a cycle of better luck, but grab onto those opportunities when they come in. It's a time to say yes. Paired with that is the Six of Pentacles, which tends to indicate a recognition, often in terms of your career, if you are in 9 to 5 phase of your life, or seeking a job, or a gig worker, something like that. You could get a promotion, validation of some kind, or this could be a commission, a new client, a win, a lottery win of some kind. The Six of Pentacles tends to indicate a small bonus or swag, a gift, potentially. Like the Wheel of Fortune, it's a small win or increase. Pentacles are the suit of our resources or our practical life. So this win or validation or acknowledgement or bonus is going to happen either in your career or your finances or your resources, typically. Now, in the next column, we have the Knight of Swords paired with the Magician. The Knight of Swords is typically a messenger that has news that you are going to want to respond to. That can be in the area of, again, it could be something like a job interview or request for a job interview or audition. It could be something to do with your social media or branding. Someone could ask for a collaboration if that applies to your sort of social media presence or status. It could be someone who wants to collaborate as a writer, screenwriter, if you're in that field. It could be something to do with the legal field. Swords are the suit of our thoughts, ideas, philosophies, communication, the legal profession, laws, the written word, the electronic communications, that sort of thing. And knights are messengers that have news that we need to respond to, that we need to take in and take action on. So there's something here that comes in, maybe electronically or an invitation. It could also be a letter too, but like, who does letters? Or a subpoena. But there could be something that you need, a contract even, but something that you will want to take action on. And that's paired with the Magician, who of course is the master manifester of the tarot. And so this is you manifesting maybe a job interview, or manifesting a collaborator, or manifesting a contract, something like that. So that's exciting. And then we look at the third week, and here again, for me, the Justice card is also a contract. Again, this is something can be related to the legal profession also. But it's a moment where you're going to want to read that contract that perhaps the knight brought in, or the knight mentioned or introduced you to, and make sure that it's fair. Read the fine print. You might need to renegotiate or negotiate under the influence of the Justice card to make sure you get everything that's due you, or everything that's fair for this potential new job that you manifested. But you can certainly ask for more. But the Justice card tends to indicate a contract or some sort of commitment that's very exciting, that you are looking forward to, that you wanted or manifested. And again, it's improving your career trajectory. The Knight, as we mentioned with the Knight of Swords, Knights are the messengers that bring in news, right? And the Pentacles is the suit of our resources, our career, our finances. So this could potentially be a lucrative commitment that's coming in, that could be even more long-term. This is such an exciting month, Leo. When we look at the final week, we're looking at something, a complete vibe shift here. We have the Empress paired with the Two of Cups, and obviously the Two of Cups looks like it could be a first date. For those of you single and looking, if that's something you're into, that is here in the cards. For those of you who may already be in a committed relationship, this could be a date night just the same. Why not? But for those who aren't especially interested in romantic endeavors, this could indicate a time when you connect with a collaborator, because the Two of Cups can indicate connecting with a like-minded individual. Even if it's not romantic, it can still be a time when you bond with someone and make a significant connection. And you can certainly connect with someone you'd like to work with in improv or business, or just a good friend. But it certainly indicates a time for a very pleasant connection. This is paired with the Empress, which indicates a very fruitful, creative time. So again, I would, it looks more like this could be a connection, if it's not romantic, which it certainly could be with the Empress too. The Empress is kind of like our beautiful, vivacious, Earth Mama card. So you could certainly be feeling those, sensual vibes, and be putting out some really sensual vibes on a date. But she's also very creative. So if it's not a romantic situation, you could be connecting with a collaborator and creating something really magical. Now, let's not forget that we have this mending card. So for anyone that does need to make amends or accept an apology. This could also be that moment. Now, I always say whenever there's a card that suggests perhaps an ex coming back, just remember what broke you up from an ex and don't gloss over what broke you up the first time. When we give someone a second chance, you know, always remember what those red flags were for in the past, and you know, go in with open eyes. That said, if someone comes back from the past who is truly sorry, who has done the work on themselves, it might really be worth it to move forward. So, but you know, some relationships that are from the past, many relationships that were in the past, probably deserve to stay in the past. But if someone has really, truly come with a heartfelt apology and has really, truly done work on themselves to evolve, it might be worth considering moving forward for what it's worth. Okay, end of rant. So aside from that little caveat, I think this looks like a tremendously exciting month. Probably the most exciting reading of them all. Don't tell anybody else I said that, Leo. But I can also see why this rune in particular came up for you, because I think this is a month where you really, if you haven't done so before, this is a month where you can really start building towards your legacy, because we can really see some exciting changes starting to happen. Some exciting contracts are coming in, it looks like, this month, Leo. I hope you love it. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. If this has been helpful, please consider leaving a like, comment, share, subscribe. In any case, please take good care. Until next time, bye for now.